We are here in Bowling Green, Kentucky with Laci Minton, aka Racy Laci. She races late models out here in Bowling Green, all over the region. Who do you look up to for inspiration? And like, who do you draw inspiration from? Is there anybody out there that just, you're like, man, they're doing awesome and kicking butt and
like
pops you up?
As far as a driver?
Or to somebody in the industry even?
Really, like the person that I look up to most, my dad.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
My dad. Yeah, I know that's different because most people are like, I look up to so-and-so, a cup driver, or this person or this person. But at the same time, like, that's where I'm working to be and I understand all that. But my dad's also my #1 motivator. Like, he's the one that motivates me more than anybody else I think ever could.
Awesome.
Yeah. So he's on the radio. Because, you know, sometimes whenever I like spin out or something, I mean, like, I'm like, I was in second. And it was like I had been there for a long time and here I'm jittering. I'm like, this race is taking forever.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
I've never been up there like in second.
Yeah.
Behind Mark Day, you know, he was ARCA driver.
Right.
But I'm like, I'm in second, oh my God. And then I spin it out and I'm like, and my dad comes over, he's like, it's okay, you got it, keep going. Like he said, you were up there for a reason, you were staying up there for a reason. He's like, get back up there. And I was like, okay. So, and then the last race, actually ran the race that we went out and the race the clutch went out. I was winning that race. Like I was in the lead, like I was winning the race. I had a good starting position. I was on the outside pole, like I was front row outside. And, you know, most people get the inside that, you know, I would usually choose the inside at that place.
Sure,
you know.
yeah.
I had talked to it. His name's Mike Barrett, and he's older. Like he was like, all right, now listen, this is how you need to get this boy on the start. Because the boy like on the inside of me was, I think he's 18 and like he's pretty good too.
Yeah.
It's his Mark Day actually works on his car, so they're like together.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mike, how do I do this? Like I need your like, cause he's good and he is someone that I look up to.
Awesome.
And he's like, okay, now what you need to do is you need to play with his head going down the back stretch, coming to the green. He's like, you need to rev up your car. You need to pull up there and hit your brakes and all that. And then as soon as y'all come around into turn 3, gas it and hit your brakes. And then whenever they throw that green flag, just go. And I was like, okay, whatever you say. so I did it, and I beat this kid into turn 1. I was like, heck yeah. So
awesome.
so then I just come out, and I had to leave the race until just coming out of 2. Mark Day was in second behind me, and we got together, and I got pushed against the wall, got sandwiched. My car got tore up. They didn't even throw the yellow or anything. I just had hit the wall, and I was like, okay, we're gonna keep going. If you know. I was still in 3rd.
Green flag, keep running.
I was still in 3rd. Dad was like, it's okay, keep going. Like you were up there for a reason once again. And I was like, okay, I gotta gather my head back together because you know it startles you whenever you're so like I'm so focused. I drive with my mouth open. I'm like,
well, it's better than me. Like my problem is that when I do anything, like even if it's just karting, like one thing that I realize is I'm like a couple laps in, I'm like, man, I'm just out of breath, but it's because I'm holding my breath in these turns. Like,
you're holding your breath.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, I'm so focused. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I come up with like tap lips all the time, or I'll like look at my lips or something. My dad's like, Laci, you gotta quit doing that. I'm like, sorry.
We might have to get you some of our LIQUI MOLY chapstick then.
I got a lot of that.
Awesome.
I use it all the time.
Awesome.
That's my tap lips up the
Yeah,
racetrack.
that's awesome.
Like most of the time, like, people only get tap lips in like the winter, but nope, mine's year round.
Yeah, sometimes when you're racing and you're in the zone with your mouth open, you know.
Yes, I'm
that's
like
awesome.
the whole time.
So like, so what you're talking about on the restart and stuff, when you're up on the top and you make that move, did you like stick it and just stick it down on the inside and block them, or were you able to find grip maybe in like a second groove, or how was the car set up? How were you running that day that you were able to make it stick and get out in front of them?
Well, honestly, it's just kind of a hold your breath and just go with it, you know, because I mean, you gotta drive it, whether you can't let fear get in your way.
Right.
And honestly, whenever you're in there, you don't ever think about being scared or anything. Just like the car catching on fire that one day, I was like, get back in it again. Like what happened was one of the air breathers came off of the valve cover where you put the oil in.
Oh yeah, so it was spitting out on the headers?
Yeah, okay. and it caught fire, and I was like, well, if I would have had another breather, I just would have stuck it back on there, got back in the car and went. I was like, dang it, Dad.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even have another breather down there.
Yeah, see, you know what? Cole Trickle's just a punk, you know? Days of Thunder, dude, scared to get back in the car. She caught fire. She threw her car up. She wrecked it, and she couldn't wait to get back in it. So Tom Cruise, suck it.